Big changes to the city of Columbus are taking another step forward. Zone In, the city's campaign to modernize what can be built and where, is now in phase 2. NBC4 Samantha Bender gives us a look at Grandview Crossing, a mixed-use development that's part of this new phase.
Columbus's zoning code hasn't been updated in 70 years, but the Zone In initiative seeks to update it to support flexibility, encourage investment, and expand housing and economic opportunity. Today, I got a behind-the-scenes tour of Grandview Crossing, a former landfill that's been transformed into a thriving, walkable neighborhood, complete with apartments, office space, and shops and restaurants.
This is the kind of environment that people want to work in, right? So they want to work either downtown or in the short north, or they want to work in a mixed-use development like this. And so this is what this exemplifies.
But this hasn't always been the case.
For the longest time, zoning in the United States was what was called Euclidean zoning, which means you have separate uses. We've found that through decades of that kind of development that it is no longer where people want to live or work to some degree.
Project manager Louis Teba tells me this is an opportunity for the city to zone in on how it'll prosper and keep up with rapid growth. The first phase of Zone In laying the groundwork for expanding access to housing and removing barriers to new construction.
Between 2010 and 2020, our housing supply has been reducing drastically, and it has continued to. And unless we address the zoning, we're going to have quite a housing crisis by 2030. So it's about creating additional housing capacity.
The city also wants residents to have access to high-quality jobs with fair wages. That's why Phase 2 also focuses on commercial and office zoning.
What we want to do with Zone In is make it so that jobs, residential housing, and commercial is all closer together so people don't have to drive such longer distances and deal with traffic congestion and other issues.
Phase 2 covers nearly half of the city. Significant progress has been made since it got underway in June.
We've seen a couple large developments come through in the short north. One's at Lane and High and one's across the street from there. One is a proposal for a 16-story structure and the other one I believe is a 9-story structure. Both of those would not have been permitted under the previous zoning code, which had a 72-foot height limit.
Teba tells me they'll be going in front of City Council for an updated zoning code for this phase in 2026. After that, they'll look at residential areas of the city with the hopes of having an updated zoning code by 2027. Local for you, I'm Samantha Bender, NBC4.
Thanks for watching. For more NBC4, download the NBC4 streaming app. You'll get free 24/7 local programming streamed straight to your living room. Just search NBC4 Columbus on your Apple TV, Amazon Fire, or Roku.